What's up, guys? Holding Eyes with you here, bringing you Fairytail Final Anime Season Review. This was episode 292 / episode 15, depending on where you're at, titled Morning Star. This was a very good episode. I know people are going to hate on it or find something to hate because it's Fairytail, and that's usually what the anime community do. But I like to review things, looking at things at a positive input. If I see something that's too negative or too meaningless, then I'll call it out. But so far, this season has been doing good. So far with the animation and artwork, and I can't stress enough, I love the new opening and ending. I like the old one as well, but this one's catchy as well, so it's growing on me as well. But it starts off with Natsu. It starts off with basically like a prelogue of what happened last episode. Then we get the continuation fight of Natsu versus that one lieutenant, Bakel. And then we get also Gajo versus the other lieutenant of Ajo, which his name is Karim. And we get this fight. And when it comes to the fight with Natsu and Bakel, it was funny because everyone is like, oh no, he's overpowering, Bakel, and Bakel only good for one thing, his strength. That's all he has. Then I was like, oh wait, no, he's not hurt. So yeah, he's not overpowered yet. Then Happy comes in and is like, yo, you got the power to finish him off. He's hurry up, finish him off. And that's just something very smart. He was like, if I go full power now and take him off, I don't know how many more enemies I have to fight, and I'm not trying to waste my energy. And Happy started to cry, and he was like, my Natsu's growing up. And we had that funny moment with that in between going on. But then he gets hit in the back of the head and flies off because this cat is fighting in her human form, Carla. And she's like, get out the way, we're not gonna fight. And we see that cats are also fighting. Not Happy, because sadly Happy's not a fighter, he's just there for support. But at least the other two cats are there for supports and fights, so well, we have that scrabbling going on between these groups. We get switch over to Lucy and her situation. Because you remember last episode where it ended off with Lucy finding Brandish in her bathtub bathing. And she basically tells Lucy, she didn't answer Lucy's question on why she's bathing in her tub or why she's here, or how she even got there, but she was like, hop in the tub with me. And she's like, why would I want to do that? And she's like, if you don't, I'm going to shrink the whole country in an instant. You know I could automatically end this war right now if I wanted to. And then she demonstrated her powers again, and she shrunk the house next door. And she told Lucy to get in, and Lucy was like, and she's like, oh, now I know why you don't want to get in. Because she had, Brandis had her lieutenant shrunk small, but he was still there watching the girls. So she picked him up and she put him in this purple container thing, so he won't be able to see her. And she's like, okay, now get in. Don't let me repeat myself again. So Lucy got undressed. She went into the tub, and she looks at Lucy, and she's like, you're not cute. And Lucy was like, oh, I hate this girl. Then she gave Lucy a collar with a cat bell and some cat ears, and she's like, oh my god, you're so cute. And Lucy's just getting really upset and freaked out about this. And as this continues, this funny moment between them, and this pure fan service moment between them, she gets up Brandish, and she's like, I want you to scrub my back. So Lucy's scrubbing her back, and Lucy had the perfect opportunity to stab her in the neck with her key, because that's what she was aiming for. She was waiting for a moment where her back is turned and her man, her lieutenant's not there watching. And she took her broken celestial key of Aquarius, and she went like this to her. And Lucy was about to stab her in the back of the neck. She was about to go real dark, real quick. But then Brandon said something very interesting, saying, I know I've seen you before, and I think I know where. You're Layla's daughter, aren't you? And she was like, you know my mother? And the instant she said that, Lucy, Brandish turned around slowly and gave her this really evil look. Like super evil, like she hated her. And then she started to shrink the house, and Lucy grabbed her stuff and her purse and a cloth to wrap herself, and she ran out the house, tumbling and rolling and falling out. And then Brandish, she automatically had her clothes on, which Brandish's clothes is not really much. All it is a bra and thong. It's like this little jacket thing, so she's barely naked technically. And she's like, now that I know who you are and I can't believe I found someone like you around here, it's time for us to finish this. And Lucy was like, how do you know my mother? How are you connected? And Brandice again didn't answer, and she was like, that would just be a hassle to tell you. But before Brandice gets to do anything to Lucy, Connor had came and she threw her cards at her. And, Brandice dodged it. And she was like, kind of told Lucy, oh, I didn't know you were into that type of kinky stuff. And she laughed. And Lucy was like, no, you get the wrong idea. Then Lucy did something that Brandice did not realize. Brandice did not realize that when Lucy grabbed her stuff to leave, she had taken the bottle, which her lieutenant's in. And if you remember, his power is to negate spatial magic, because he's a spatial magic master. So Lucy basically threw the container on the ground and she stepped on it, knocking him out. So technically, Lucy got a win under her belt. Out of everyone who's fighting right now, technically Lucy got the first win. And she got the win against a high-ranking member at that. Brandice is one of the top members, and her lieutenant is one of the top lieutenants as well, so just keep in mind, Lucy got a win against a strong opponent at that. Yeah, it was circumstances that led her to win, but a win is still a win, so. And then, since he's knocked out, she used her magic star dress, Aries, and she became Aries. And then kind of was like, it's been a long time since we had a tag battle, like, at Tiver Island, and she's like, yeah, you're right. Then we shift over again to Mara Jean and her group, and it's awesome because we found out Mara Jean, we found out that she has a new magic, and basically the magic is her Satan soul, and she took over. So Saya, I believe her name was pronounced. I'm probably butchering her name, but I believe it was pronounced Saya. The chick with the long black hair and the horns and the big boobs from the curse demons from the last arc they had before this. She didn't want to leave her there to die, so she took over her body. And now she can use her. And she became her, and she knocked out most of the enemies that her group and Grey group was fighting. And the ones that didn't get knocked out, she made this cute remark, okay, so let's beat them, guys. And everyone, you have Elfman in the back being like, yeah, she's so manly. And you just have the little sister there just shaking her head like disbelief and stuff. And you have Grey and Jury are freaking out that she took this powerful demon over. That just goes to show you how powerful Mara Jane is. Best girl, by the way, and you see in the thumbnail. And then we get the continuing fight between Ezra and Aja as well. And Aja's laying the smackdown on her until she realized his weakness is water, and she switches to a water blade and a wind blade. And she's using the wind to clear out his sandstorm, and she's using the water blade to actually strike him, because it's solidifying his body. And, because remember, Aja is like the sand version of Juria. So she's getting some clean hits in, and he's getting upset. And he decides, fine then, you think you won. I'm going to show you a bigger sandstorm. And he does something insane. He makes the sandstorm so big that it took over the whole city of Mangolian. The city where Fairytail goes at. And no matter what, Ezra tries, she can't do nothing. And she's just swinging at random sand, trying to connect. And he's toying with her, and he's beating her around, pushing her around and stuff like that. And it comes to the one moment where he gets tired, and he starts choking her. And he tells her, pray to me as your God, and I will end this swiftly. If not, I'm going to torture you, and you're going to die a slow death. And her reply was, even if you somehow did reach godhood, the Fairytail girl know where the heart is at, and we're not going to allow you to betray us or kill us. And then she turned into one of her most beautiful armors, which this is what the episode was named after, the Morning Star armor. Basically, she's as bright as a star. And he basically gets kind of blinded from this, so he doesn't see this attack coming. But Bisky, thanks to her seeing that from far distance, her and her daughter and her husband, she knows that must be Ezra's doing, and she shoots over there at random with Jupiter. And this time she actually connects because Hydro can't see it coming or sense it because he's blinded from Ezra's armor. And when he gets shots and he's like paralyzed and really badly hurt from that Jupiter cannon, which is all elements mixed in one blast, Ezra decided to take on her Natalia armor, I believe it's pronounced, the armor that she used in the Grand Magic games to beat the girl from Sabretooth. She turns into that armor and she one-shots Agil, and they both fall from the sky. And that was basically like the end of the episode. But it was a good episode, just an episode of Fairytail 292/15. Great episode. If you haven't seen it, I advise you to go see it. If you already seen it, go see it again. Really great episode. It was battle heavy, but at the same time being battle heavy, we did get story progression and we got some character development for everybody on both sides, the enemy and the Fairytail sides. So it was real good to see that. It was good to see old characters and teammates come back and reunite. Elfman and his sisters, Gray and Juvia, Bisky and her family, which are all gunners and equip magic, which are a friend of Ezra, who's also an equip user. Ezra seeing her get her first loss. She didn't really lose, she won the battle, but I'm considering it more of a loss because, technically speaking, one-on-one, she couldn't beat this guy. I mean, she was only able to beat him thanks to Biscuit shooting him with the Jupiter. So, but, yeah, this was a really great episode. It was really one of those battle-heavy Fairytail episodes, but it had that heartfelt, emotional attached to it, and the story also progressed, like I said earlier. And it was nice to see that Brandish knows Lucy's mother. Because you have to remember, Lucy is technically the main character. We're seeing this story process through her eyes and her image. That's why she's involved in mostly every arc. And if you think about it, her mother disappeared the same time as the dragons. So there's most likely going to be a huge connection between that. And Brandish might be the key to us finding out what that is, since this is the final season of Fairytail. So I'm looking forward to see what Brandish and her family backstory, or the Arvis backstory, has to do with Lucy's backstory. Because you know that's going to intertwine with Zareth and the dragons. So it might even intertwine Actor Loki's backstory. Because we see him in the openings and ending as well. And we know he's going to be part of this war somehow down the line. So, and I can't wait to see Gray use his powers and Juvia later on. Because we know they got stronger together when they were living together. Can't wait to see the Beastman and family. The Beastman and his sisters, I mean. Can't wait to see their magic and what they done. Can't wait to see Natsu go ham and Gajira too. Because I have a feeling all the fights we've seen so far, they've been holding back. They haven't really gone for 100. So, can't wait to see what them do. And also Wendy. But yeah, this was, again, a great episode. I loved it a lot. Can't stress it enough. One of those episodes you just gotta love. I know a lot of people are going to find something to hate on it, because like I said earlier, this is Fairytail, and in the anime community, there's no more hate on Fairytail for everything. Even when they do something right, people want to hate on it, so it is what it is. But again, great episode. I advise you to go watch it. And again, yeah, it's a great episode. I gotta give it 5 out of 5, you know? It had everything in it, literally. And especially can't wait for next week's episode, because we're going to have the introduction of Wall and his machines and some other people, so plus the continuation of Lucy and Kana versus Brandish. So looking forward to that, guys. But please like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so YouTube can give you the notifications, because if not, sometimes if you won't get it, please follow me on Twitter. Link will be down below. I do repost my videos over there, and I share a lot of anime related things over there and games as well. I'm usually kind of active more on Twitter than I am on my YouTube, so please go follow me over there. And again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one, and have a good one, guys. Peace.